I didn't forget. Bit of a delay on this one, guys. Sorry. We're talking about last night's game, because why the hell not? All right. All right. Let's communicate. All right. So, wow. We played hockey last night, and we won against the Canadians. I'm not going to lie to you, that was one of the most boring games I've ever seen in my freaking life. Not much really happened last night. It was a snooze fest. I mean, like, the third period it picked up a bit, but, like, Jesus Christ, that was an absolute snooze fest. Honestly, I'm just gonna talk about the numbers in this one because I can't remember too much from the game because, again, it was a snooze fest. 20. They outshot us. They beat us in faceoffs. They out hit us. We outblocked them, and we had more giveaways than them. So, on paper, they were the better team. Montreal's weird, right? So they have Suzuki and Caulfield kind of carrying their entire offense for them. And I know Drouin scored, but let's be honest. Suzuki and Caulfield are their offense. They're a very, 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 very defensive team. Like, to the point where it was, again, kind of boring. It was like, it was just defense through and through. I mean, the Rangers would carry the puck into the zone from the outside. They'd chip it in. The Canadians would pick it up and chip it out. Well, and the Canadians really aren't that good offensive, so they would carry it in along the boards, chip it in, and the Rangers would take it on to the same thing. It was just a very, not a fun game to watch. Power play continues to struggle. We did score a power play goal, which is kind of yummy, but as a whole, power play not doing so hot. Excuse me. Penalty kill was better. We actually, for the first time this season, didn't give a power play goal. So, round of applause for the Rangers not giving a power play goal. Panarin looks a little bit off to start the season. Definitely a little bit slow right off the hop here. He picked up an assist last night, which is pretty cool on that power play. Laffy had a nice goal. I say Laffy had a nice goal. I mean, fucking Fox made an insane breakout. Put that guy in an absolute blender. He passed it up to Mika, and you know Zibanejad was looking, searching, hunting for fucking Laffy on that. So, hits Laffy on the 1T touch, just buries her. Did anyone see how he cut open his chin? Because, like, I've watched the celebration probably 100 times yesterday and today, and I could not see where the hell he cut his chin open. Because he's celebrating 1 second, the next minute he's going to the bench and he's just leaking. I don't know what the hell he did, but I can't figure it out. McKegg didn't play bad, didn't play good. He was just there, you know. Rooney got a lot more ice time than he should have last night. I thought Rooney had a brutal game last night. A lot of giveaways. Sure, he potted the empty netter, but Jesus Christ, giveaway machine last night, I felt like. He only got credited with 2, but one of them was literally a tape-to-tape pass that almost led to a Canadians goal. I think it was in the second period. Just an ugly look. Kreider continues his hot streak. Kreider's looking pretty good to start the season. Again, I hope this isn't just a fluke streak, and I hope he just continues this the whole season. Obviously, I'm not expecting him to score every single game, but if he plays hard like this, at least 70 games out of the year, I'd be a lot more content with Kreider than I was last year. Because I'm so used to Kreider, like, showing effort, like, maybe 33% of the season, and then just, like, disappearing for the other 67%. So it would be nice if Kreider can, at least, if he can't keep up the scoring, keep up the effort, because he's fucking playing awesome right now. Goudreau is kind of just there. 50% of the dot. He just kind of floats around. I don't think Goudreau's a very good fit on that second line with Panarin at all. I just don't think that's Goudreau's style or speed. I think he's good on that third line. I think he's better on the fourth line, but they won't play him on the fourth line. I don't know why. But, you know, he just fits in. I wouldn't really... I don't know. He's not a net positive. He's not a net negative. He's just kind of he's a slight net positive right now. The face-offs are big. I mean, being 50% in the dot is for a Rangers fan, being 50% in the dot's huge. It sucks. Kako got hurt. Now he's on injured reserve. He was placed on injured reserve today, so the earliest that Kako can be reinstated from injured reserve is 10/24, so 7 days from now. So we won't be seeing Kako tomorrow or throughout the rest of this week, which sucks, but such is life. Dryden Hunt didn't play a bad game last night. Again, Hunt's just been active. He's fun to watch. You know, honestly, I think he's doing fine where he is now. I wouldn't put him on the power play anymore. I'm not sure why that was a thing. I understand, like, Kako was hurt and, you know, we're missing guys, but like put an extra defenseman out there or something. I don't know. I don't know how Dryden Hunt's on your power play. He just doesn't really. If he was like 3 inches taller, yeah, but because he could screen the goalie, but I don't know. Bless you. He wins puck battles down low, but, like, I don't know. kind of bizarre seeing him on the power play. It doesn't really, not really a fit there. Like, are the Rangers that barren where, like, oh, speaking of barren, he's up now. Are they that barren up front where we literally have Dryden Hunt on the power play? I don't know. It's just kind of a tough look. And again, I'm not shitting on Dryden Hunt. It's just like, really? That's our power play look. And also, losing Kako on that power play is gonna really suck. Because I was honestly kind of hoping Kako was gonna take Strom's spot on that first unit permanently, and now that he's hurt, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I don't know. It's gonna be weird. We're gonna take a look at the lines in a minute here after I'm done reviewing this game, but that power play, both units are gonna be ugly. Revo had a pretty awesome game. Drew took one dumb penalty, then drew two, like back to back. I've actually been really happy with the way Reeves has played so far. I was originally upset when the Rangers acquired him for a third-round pick, but to be honest with you, he's been so far from what we've seen in these first 3 games of the season, he's been pretty awesome. If he can keep this up, it's definitely a good addition because I feel like what he's doing is actually somehow a pretty big net positive for the team. He's making smart plays. He took that one bad penalty, but players are going to take bad penalties. And the fact that he drew 2 after that and had a couple of really good chances, he surprised me. I think it was the second period. He was fucking stick handling like a maniac and almost scored on his backhand or something weird like that. But, no, Revo's been awesome. Hedl had a pretty good game, too. I know I skipped over him. He played a lot. Look at that, 21 minutes for Hedl last night. Jesus tits, man. Blay had an awesome game. I don't understand why Sammy Blay's not getting more ice time. It's just, like, I don't understand. Like, Sammy Blay has definitely been the biggest surprise for me this season. I knew Blay was good, and I was happy when the Rangers got him. Obviously, we're not going to talk about the price cost to get him, but, like, I was happy when we got Blay, but I did not realize he was going to be this effective. Like, if Blake can play like that consistently and gets more minutes tonight, this could be like one of those situations where the Rangers pick up a guy that was like really a middle of the pack player that turns into a top 6 guy that could stick around for a while. Because Blake's been awesome. I did not realize, like, I knew he had decent hands, a decent shot, but like, Jesus Christ, like he's making Gauthier type moves and he's a lot more physical than Gauthier. So I don't know. I wish Blake would get more ice time. There's no reason he should only be playing 12 minutes a night. He should be getting a lot more than that. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point, especially with Kako out of the lineup, we see Blake move up in that top 6 because we all know how Panarin likes his wingers. He had Blackwell, he had Jesper Foss. He liked guys that forecheck and work the puck out of the corner and can keep up with them. I would not be surprised if at some point we see Sammy Blais on that second line. Even if it costs Kako ice time, I would just do not be surprised because Blais been that awesome, at least in my opinion. Zibanejad had a great game last night too. 2 assists, really can't complain about that. He's got to work on his faceoff, so 22% in the dot. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. The Rangers, their faceoff issues, I feel like they're never going to go away. And they will never be solved because there is no good centers on the market right now. So I don't know what the hell is going to happen with that. We're not even going to talk about Jack Eichel because I don't want to sit here and admit that ship has sailed. But let's be honest, that ship has sailed. I mean, if they weren't willing to retain salary on a trade sending him to Colorado, that means one of 2 things. 1, they're not retaining salary, period. Or 2, Colorado made them a really shitty offer, and they were laughing. I'm like, first of all, why would I accept this, let alone retain salary? So, I don't know. The only way the Rangers can get Eichel at this point, realistically, not in my video game head, is Buffalo would need to retain a significant amount of salary, or the Rangers would need to make Kreider or Trouba disappear. And that second part with them getting rid of Trouba or Kreider, it ain't happening. 1, no one's going to take their contracts, and 2, the Rangers aren't going to try to change those contracts. Not right now, at least. Nemeth had a pretty solid game. Fox had another awesome game. I mean, seriously, I don't think I think we're at the point where we're acknowledging how good Adam Fox is, but like, I think we're being spoiled. It's bizarre how freaking good Adam Fox is on a night-to-night basis. I don't understand like how last season. I don't know. I didn't think he was ever going to be able to top last season. I didn't know that there was another level to Adam Fox's game after what we saw last year because this is like getting bizarre now how well he's playing. Nils Lundkvist had a good game last night. Did not play a whole lot, and I think he's kind of got some jitters still. And I don't think Montreal's a good matchup for him because Montreal is so strong defensively and it's very hard on the forecheck. And now Nils handled that pretty well, but I don't know. I assume we're going to see him against Toronto. I don't think he should be benched, nor do I think he will be benched, but definitely a little bit more seasoning needed for Lundkvist. And I mean seasoning in the NHL. Like the kid's got to grow and adapt. I think he's played very well, but he's just it's going to take some more time to adapt. The game's a lot faster. The ice is a lot smaller. It's going to take time. Lindgren had a freaking awesome game last night. 6 block shots. Damn, I wish I had him in fantasy. Holy titties. Now 3 giveaways though. That's a bit of a yikes, but you know what? 6 blocks. I mean, a 2-to-1 blocks to giveaways ratio. I'll take that. And Keandre Miller had a pretty good game too. Miller made one pretty big mistake last night that almost cost us. It was a 2-on-2. Trouba had his guy, Miller had his guy. Then Miller suddenly flew across the ice to take Trouba's guy and left his guy wide open. I forget what happened, but it ended up not working out for the Canadians. But it was bad. Sometimes Miller makes weird plays like that, and sometimes it does work because you can catch someone off guard by doing that. But I think Miller's role in the NHL is going to be more of a defensive two-way guy, maybe not as much of an offensive guy. So I don't know. I didn't like that play right there, but other than that, I thought Miller had a very strong game. Miller's fine, guys. He's only been playing defense for a handful of years. He's already played well. I'm the least bit concerned with Keandre Miller. And honestly, the one thing Miller has to fall back on that not many people can share this trait is that Miller's fast enough to get back and he's big enough to get back too. The kid's 6'5" and skates like the wind. All right, the kid's an animal. And Cjethsyt had a great game last night too. I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't. Again, talking about being spoiled, we go from Henrik Lundqvist to Igor Shesterkin. I mean, it is absolutely bizarre how spoiled that we are sometimes as Rangers fans. And the Rangers suck, and they've sucked for a long time. But we are spoiled with individual talent that we've been seeing. Let's go to Cap Friendly real quick. Let's do quick line predictions for tomorrow night against Toronto. Toronto's. That would be a good OnlyFans name. Toronto's. Trademarking that right there. I hear you laughing in there, Grace. Alright, I'm gonna name my Cap Friendly team Toronto's. Alright, so where is Capo Swolko? Alright, we're just gonna put Strom on IR. I gotta get him the hell out of the way. Just go away, Strom. Go. Really over there. Alright. Hayek and fucking Tenorti are not even coming anywhere near this lineup. I would kick the living shit out of them if they even got close to it. Alright, so I'm going to give you my ideal lineup, and then I'm going to give you the lineup that I'm anticipating that we're going to get. We're going to do this. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. Do that. Alright, actually, here we go. I'm going to give you the lines that I want to see first. Now, that's the strategy right there. Lafreniere, and boom, bam, bop. Alright, so the lines I so desire to see tomorrow night would be Kreider, Zibanejad, Lafreniere, Panarin, Hedl, Blais, Gauthier, Barron, Goudreau. That's going to be a weird line, but better than nothing. And then Hunt, Rooney, Reeves on defense. Obviously, you got Fox and Lindgren, Miller, Trouba, Nemeth, and Lundqvist. And then you take Alexander Georgiev. You trade him to Arizona for literally your mom. And now your mom's on the Rangers, and she's going to play goalie. And, yeah. That's fine right there. And then we'll go ahead and call up Keith Kincaid because I miss him. I guess you could say I have a kink for Kincaid. Shut up. Don't laugh at that. Anyways. This is the lineup that I would want to see tomorrow night. Most likely what we're going to see is probably this. I'd say we're probably going to see something like that. And I'm not a fan of that because, again, I don't think Barkley Goudreau should be anywhere near that second line. I do not think him and Panarin mesh well. The one thing you could change, you could do Blais and Gauthier switch. You could, instead of having Blais on the second line with Panarin and Hedl, you could put Gauthier on that second line. I think those two are pretty interchangeable there because they play a similar style offensively, defensively, and physically. They do not play a similar style, but offensively, I think they do. I want to see Blais audition on Panarin's line. And I really want Kakko to keep that spot. I do, but let's give Blais a chance here. Also, I wish the Rangers could find a way to try to transition Blais to somewhat of a center role. Listen, Ryan Strome probably will not be here next year. I hope he is, but I don't think he will be. So if he's not, I don't think Sammy Blais being your second-line center is necessarily a bad thing, or at least being Panarin's kind of guy. I don't think that's a bad thing at all, because then you could do Blais, Panarin, Kakko, and that'd be pretty cool. That's all I got, though. I mean, realistically, that's probably what we're going to see. Oopsies. I don't think anyone else is coming out. If they take out Lundqvist for Tenorti or Hayek tomorrow, I might not even watch the game. I might just take my laptop, throw it out my window, and aim for my neighbor's cat. I don't know what else we're going to be able to do. But yeah, that's my predictions. I got really nothing else to say. I'm exhausted, y'all. I'm going to bed. You guys comment down below your thoughts on last night's game against Montreal and tomorrow night's game against Toronto. And hopefully we kick ass. We need to get back to 500. So peace out, y'all. See you in the next one. Later.